Welcome back to Florida Real Estate Profits, where we are doing our best to give you an unfiltered view on making money in Florida real estate. I'm joined by Guy Bouchard, Michael Bouchard, both experts when it comes to Florida real estate. Guys, we're talking about a very hot area in Central Florida today. It's called Horizons West, includes Hamlin. And Guy, I'd love it if you give us maybe an overview of Horizons West and from your perspective, how has it been planned and why is it in such demand?
Absolutely. I've been hearing about Horizons West since I moved to the area in 1992 to show my age. It's all in West Orange County. A lot of it was citrus that froze in the two big freezes in the late 80s that knocked the citrus out of a lot of Central Florida. Thousands and thousands of acres, and it kind of is on Disney's western border. And if you know Orlando, to the south 192, to the west Highway 27, to the north Highway 50, there's other stuff within that box, but that's really, it makes up, it's in Orange County and is massive development. And every time I come to visit you guys in Central Florida, I'm absolutely amazed at the growth in there. There are literally thousands of residential units, thousands of homes, lots of multifamily, lots of apartments. But it's been master planned. Again, the place was master planned for since the last 30 years. It took them a long time to get the whole comprehensive plan together to decide what they want. Hamlin is kind of a little downtown area, one of them, and just explosive growth. It's become a city with a couple hospitals, and I'll let you guys elaborate on some of the amenities, but I've just watched this thing evolve, but it is on fire right now. It's mostly all new homes and new development, new roads. So it's almost like a utopia. I mean, it's so new and fresh feeling out there. Just great location, proximity to, you can get to anywhere quick from Horizons West.
Right. Michael, we have our global office there these days. Give us your thoughts on Horizons West area. What are you seeing?
Yeah, we just moved our office and just right off of Avalon, one of the major roads that run east to west. And it is incredible. I mean, there are apartment complexes, condos popping up every different way you look. The development out here is insane. It's awesome. I'm just super excited to see where it goes.
Yeah. So if I had to summarize some reasons for why it's in such demand, because we know how in demand this area has been, I would say you hit a couple of them, but it's like from a location perspective, it's pretty ideal for being in the Orlando area. It's easy to get with big highways. It's easy to get in and out, easy to get to the attractions, which is a big deal for a lot of families who want to be close to some of those, but you still have your own kind of insulated kind of suburb feel too. And Guy, you mentioned this, but just in terms of the master planning, like there is so much like beautiful new construction where you can just tell like this has been intentionally planned. They've kind of got a downtown feel. Like Hamlin, one of my best friends lives in Hamlin and over there all the time. And just a lot of really cool restaurants there, some local restaurants as well. They have a massive parking garage that they planned around. They host events. We were actually this past weekend with your grandkids, my kids, doing they call it the Hamlin Hoedown. And they do this every month or so, like a different type of event. And there's just easy parking. The kids got to ride ponies and petting zoos. And there's just a ton of new commercial coming in there as well, too. So some of the most in-demand commercial properties making their way into Horizons West and the Hamlin area. And you wouldn't be surprised too. It has some of the best schools in Orange County as well. And so I think that's driving a lot of this. Independence Elementary is there, Bay Lake Elementary, Whispering Oak, Windermere High School, Greater, still Horizons West. Great reputation when it comes to schools and academics. And we've just seen like a lot of Central Florida, but especially I think it's pronounced in this area. We've seen a significant appreciation of homes. And given the demand that we're continuing to see, we think that's going to continue to happen. So it's just a great place to be from kind of a lifestyle perspective for all those reasons. And it's driving a lot of growth when it comes to the real estate market. Michael, you also had a favorite personal tidbit
Yeah,
from your experience going to Hamlin, right?
definitely. Yeah. So last Tuesday, actually, I experienced the movie theater there, and it is the best theater I've been to. You press a button, there's drink food, food service, the recliners, the nine.
Hey, you heard it here first.
Yeah,
Get the best movie experience.
the other thing I forgot to point out, Blake, is, what people don't understand about Central Florida, especially Orlando, is on the western border with 27 Claremont, if you can look at a map, but it's a giant protected area called the Green Swamp. And then we've grown kind of as far east and as north as we can. And they call it Orlampa because they feel like Tampa, Lakeland, and Orlando are all growing together. So Orlando doesn't have a huge amount of land that's buildable anymore, and Horizons West is one of the last few big land chunks that are available for master plan development. It's experiencing, that's part of the reason where this explosive growth we're talking about. I mean, again, every time I drive up, my mind is blown at how much new construction there is.
Right. No, that's a great point. And I think it just go back to the location. It's kind of centrally located. It's easy enough to get to downtown Orlando. It's actually Greater Winter Garden. So you have the beautiful downtown Winter Garden, which we've talked about before. We may do a separate video on too. And it's just close to all the attractions too. So I think it's just a coveted place to be for all those reasons. So with that, we will leave you. If you're interested at all in Horizons West Hamlin, we happen to know some great real estate experts that can help you along the way. And we'll see you in a future video.
Thank you.
Thank you.